friends, welcome to Science and Stories. Hello to everyone, and how are you today? We've come to our science time to laugh and sing and play. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. So roll your hands as slow as they'll go. And then roll your hands so fast, give your hands a clap, 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 and lay them in your lap, lap, lap. How's everybody today? I'm so glad to see you here. Are you curious about what's in my science bag today? Oh, here it is. It's heavy. Oh my goodness, so heavy. Let's investigate. Let's use all of our senses and try and figure out what is in our science bag today. Are you ready? We'll use our eyes to see, our ears to hear. We'll use our nose to smell and our mouth to taste. And then we'll use our fingers to touch. And then we'll learn so much. Are you ready to investigate the science bag with all of your senses? Let's start with your eyes. Take a close look. It doesn't fill up the whole bag. It's only this big. But it is heavy today. It is really heavy. Let's use our ears. I'm going to shake it. Listen close. See if you hear anything. Oh my goodness, that is a loud noise today. Do you hear all that clickety-clackety inside this bag? So it's heavy and it's loud. And if I look really close and touch with my fingers, there's lots of pieces and they're all different shapes. Do you see that? Do you recognize this shape with 4 sides? What's over here? This is a different shape. This shape only has 1, 2, 3 sides. Oh my goodness. And when I knock on them, ow! Do you hear that? They're hard. They actually hurt my fingers a little bit. What do you think it is? Should I smell it? No smells. Should I taste it? I don't think so either. What's in there? What's your best guess? Make a prediction about what I'm going to pull out of the bag today. Did you say it out loud? There's a lot of things in here, so I'm going to use my basket. Let's see what it is. Are you so curious? Me too. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there are a lot of them. They went all over. What do you see? Blocks. Oh, it's so fun to play with blocks. Do you have some blocks at home? Maybe wooden blocks like these? Or maybe you have some Lego blocks? What do you like to build? I bet we could build a really tall tower. Do you think we can with these blocks? Wonder how tall we can make it. Sometimes I like to see how tall I can build my tower. Maybe as tall as this, maybe taller than you. Try it. You could try building a tower taller than you are. But I want to build something else today. I feel like building something new. I need some ideas. Do you have any ideas? Sometimes when builders need new ideas, they do some research. They read a book. And I think I've got just the book for us to read today. Let's use this one for our research. It's called The Perfect Plan by Leah Gilbert. Can you look at the cover? Do you see any clues as to what this little builder might want to build today? I think she has some big ideas. Just like you have big ideas. Let's see what her big idea is. It starts like this. Maya dreamed of having a fort. A special, comfy, cozy place to hide and to read and to dream and to play. It will be the most incredible and wonderful tree fort in the world, she imagined. She decided to make her dream come true. She did some research, carefully designed, planned, and gathered all of the right materials. When she was sure she had thought of everything, she headed outside. Maya hiked through the forest until she found a place that was not too sunny and not too shady, with just the right kind of fort-building trees. Here's the perfect spot, she decided, and went straight to work. She started to follow her plan, but as hard as she tried and tried and tried, it wasn't the most incredible and wonderful fort in the world. Actually, it wasn't looking much like a fort at all. What if I just can't do it, she wondered. But Maya wasn't ready to give up yet. She had an idea. She ran to the stream. I'm building the most outstanding and original tree fort in the world, she said to the beavers. Will you help me? The beavers eagerly agreed. So, together they cut and chopped and split and chomped. Soon they had a big pile of branches. But the branches were too big and heavy for them to move all on their own. When Maya spied a moose peeking through the trees, she knew the solution. Maya and her team hurried over to the moose. We're building the strongest and sturdiest tree fort in the world, she explained. Will you help us? The moose enthusiastically agreed. So together they heaved and tugged, carried and lugged, and soon all the branches were moved. But none of them were tall enough to lift the branches high into the trees. Fortunately, Maya knew just which animal was a great climber. She and her team hurried over to the bear family. We're building the comfiest and coziest tree fort in the world, Maya exclaimed. Will you help us? The bears happily agreed. So they lifted and stacked, built and balanced. Soon they had created a frame. But the branches just wouldn't stay in place. They could use even more help. And Maya had an idea. Maya and her team called to the birds. We're building the most beautiful and unique tree fort in the world, she exclaimed. Will you help us? The birds excitedly agreed. Together they twisted and twirled, weaved and wound. Now all the branches were secured. Maya and the animals studied the fort that they had built together. It was almost ready, but it was still missing something. Maya started to think. Only they were out of time. It had started to rain, and this was definitely not in Maya's plans. The wind whistled and billowed, the rain poured and pounded. Maya cried, please don't be ruined. She wished with all her heart. Maya was worried, but maybe, just maybe, there was still hope. When they arrived back at their spot, Maya couldn't believe her eyes. It's perfect, she gasped. And it was. In fact, it was far more than she had even imagined it would be. Wow, that was a great idea, to build a fort. Maya built a fort outside. You could also build a fort inside. Maybe I'll build a fort for my favorite stuffed animal. I could do that out of blocks. Build my little turtle its own little cozy fort. What else could we use? Let's look at some things that I might have here in my engineering bin. We could use boxes. Do you have boxes around the house? We could definitely build a fort out of boxes. If you have a big box, you could even put a hole in it and get inside. That would make a fort big enough for you and your favorite stuffed animal. Let's see, what else do I have? I have some sticks. Have you ever built a fort out of sticks? How could we do that? I have a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to twist it around the top of the sticks. That's easy to do. Make it tight. And then, if you pull your sticks apart, let's try that again. I need to tighten up my pipe cleaner. There we go. Let's see if this will work. We'll put my stuffed animal here and pull apart the sticks and see if they'll stand up on my tray. What does this look like to you? Oh, that's good. And then if I have a piece of fabric, which I do, you can kind of drape it over. Oh, that's looking cozy. Maybe I'll put a little blanket inside for my turtle friend. That looks like a magical fort inside. Do you think that we could build a cozy fort like this that's big enough for us to get inside? Do you have some ideas of how we might do it? I think we're going to need some bigger sticks. It's so cozy in here. That was hard, but you can do hard things. Have fun being an architectural engineer. I'll see you next time.